special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And a very good evening to you. You see my name on the screen. I know who I am. I'm Ron Juckin, and welcome to our coverage in the second round of the PGA Championship from Harding Park in San Francisco. The winds are up today. They're moderate. They're not light like they were yesterday. They're moderate. The course is playing hard and fast, and scoring, just like yesterday, as you'll see in a moment, has been good. In fact, we have a lot of contenders going into the weekend. Tomorrow's stream should take a while because I believe we have 4 golfers within one shot of a 3-way lead, depending on what Larry Nelson does as he comes home. He is currently, the graphics wrong because I didn't change it in time, but he's now through 12 holes and not 11. But if you were not with us for the first round, let's show you what's going on. Well, first, you see Billy Casper on the first tee. But as Billy's waiting to be introduced, this is how play ended yesterday. J.H. Taylor of England at 7 under par, Hubie Green at 7 under par, and Fuzzy Zeller all with 7 under 63s. A gaggle of golfers one back, Retief Goosen an opening 64, Tommy Armour an opening 64, Sam Snead 6 under par, and 4 others with 6 under 64s. Harding Park plays to a par of 70. And as our last group takes to the first tee on this Friday afternoon, the winning score right now has moved up 3 shots. Hubert Green is tied for the lead in the clubhouse with a 10 under, 3 under 67 on the day. That's not overtime Morris, no relation to Joe or Jamie of football fame. That's old Tom Morris. He fires a 6 under 64 and is at 10 under par. Larry Nelson, we didn't get the chance to update it before we went on the air. He is through 11 holes today and is in that gaggle at 10 under par. Now look at the names at 9 under par. A 3 under round for Greg Norman today. He is at 9 under par. And yep, that man Palmer has contended in all 4 majors and has brought home absolutely nothing but 5 under 65 today and 9 under going into the weekend. Lee Trevino and 2 others, 8 under par for the championship. Trevino goes out and shoots a 6 under 64 today. It's not on the screen because it would make it hard to read, but if you're not under par, you're not playing the weekend. And if you're wondering about scoring averages and all that, Thursday, the first round, Harding Park in a light wind played to a course average of 68.69, or just about a shot and a third under par. Today, just a bit more difficult, but really not that much, 68.86. So a shot 0.14 under par. So that should get you up to date on what you've missed. And so as we bring you, the viewer, in, we can tell you that Billy Casper, it's an interesting threesome I think we have for you tonight. These 3, I think they would have been absolutely thrilled to have been 2 under par yesterday. But as they come to the first tee in the last group of the second round, they are on the right side of the cut. So Billy Casper, the Bay Area native, gets the honors here, 2 under par. He went out in an even 35 yesterday, birdied the par 5 10th and the short par 4 16th to come home at 2 under. It's an easy starter hole here at Harding, the municipal course, but it will play just a bit different for the pros. They can drive the ball just far enough to get into trouble and turn a decent birdie chance into disaster because the landing area tightens near the green with grove of trees and deep rough off to both sides. So You're going to lose 5 yards off the tee. Casper, not a long hitter. In fact, he's going to lose 15 yards off the tee. And the crosswind is what makes this course difficult. Playing right to left at 15 yards. So Casper aiming to the right with driver in his hand as we finally get ready here for our second round coverage. And Casper finds the fairway. 279. Not really a flat course if you weren't with us yesterday. And that white pin you see today tucked in, hugged by that bunker on the front right. Johnny Miller, Bay Area. His last win on the PGA Tour was the 1994 Crosby Invitational, the Pro-Am at Pebble Beach. Won 2 majors as well. He'll like that. That creeps all the way to the left edge. And 299, and he should be able to spin a wedge for a birdie shot. Now, a name I know you older folks know, Kenny Venturi, one of the best amateur golfers of all time. Wrote a book, not me, but there was a book written about him in an amateur match. 1964 U.S. Open champion at Congressional. And I'm not making this up. It nearly killed him. He is not all that long off the tee, but he'll take that, and he'll have 91 to get in. So our focus group is all on the first fairway. And so Casper will go first with a wedge. Yesterday, this hole played at about 375. Today at 396 on the scoring average. Casper from 113 going right at the hole. And he's got about 20 feet. Here's Johnny Miller, 101 yards. He'll go right at this flag too. Good shot. He'll have about 8 feet for birdie. And now Kenny Venturi, longest off the tee, has 90 yards. Venturi at pin, as most of them will be, cut pretty much at the top of a knob, and everything just kind of slopes around it. A little hard, but the greens aren't very receptive, and so he'll have about 7 feet for birdie. Now Casper, 19 feet away, a 1 in 6 chance to get to 3 under. Just a little hard. And he'll go to 2 under par, or he'll stay at 2 under par. Now Miller, 8 feet, a good putter. 5 in 9 chance here. Dead center. And Miller goes to 3 under. And now Venturi from 6 feet. 13 of 18 chance. Yep, that'll do. So we're underway here in our second round coverage from Harding Park. So the second hole playing at 449 on the card. Just about that off. There, this green, the fairway slopes from right to left towards those bunkers. And you want to avoid the fairway bunkers if you can. Short iron to carry the front slope of the green, and the crown green, as they all are here, are challenged. Again, that crosswind to 15, going to feed the ball right into the bunkers. But Miller twirls the driver, nails it 299, and has it dead center. It's exactly where you want to be. Second today, playing just about under at par at 399. And the hole itself is playing 4-4-4. Now Venturi loses it to the left, but he should be all right. That's in the rough. 273 to get home, or 174 to get home. Casper. Well, he won't put it in the bunker, but he did lose it left in the rough, but he's got 157. Larry Nelson, now through 13, is tied with old Tom Morris and Hubie Green. Jason Day and Ben Hogan at 8 under. Hogan is playing the 5th. Venturi. Oh, he got the bad lie, too. He will not be able to get home. How you doing, Lorenzo? So Venturi just wants to put this in play. He really has no shot at the green. One of those unfortunate things about playing in a major championship is that rough is actually penal. On a regular tour week, he'd be fine. But not today. But he gets it out. He'll have 40 yards to get up and down. Let's see if Casper... No, Casper drew a good lie. 156. Going to play 161. Yep. And he'll go at it with a straight 8. Casper right on the cut line somehow at 2 under. He's on the green. He won't have a birdie chance, but he's on the putting surface. Now here's Miller. Johnny has 144. Going to play 149. So a knockdown 9 iron. Miller and Venturi birdied the short first hole to get to 3. And Miller's got a good chance for birdie here. He's going to be coming down the hill. He hit it a bit hard. We'll see what the yardage is, or the measurement is, in a moment. Here's Venturi just off the fairway, or just off the green. This green slopes from back to front rather severely, so Venturi wants to hit it right up the sideboard there and just plop it on. And he's going to have about 6 feet for par. I would think that's going to be a little tough. Now here's Casper. He's got 31 feet. He's going to lag this. Billy is an exceptional putter. That's how you win Masters and U.S. Opens. And Casper's won them both. Left that one 3 feet short. Now Miller down the hill. A 5 and 18 chance. This is to get to 4 under. Drilled it. Absolutely drilled it dead center. And Johnny Miller is off to a good start. He's 2 under on his round today. Now here's Venturi, 9 feet. 15 to 36. That's just about half, about 4 and 9. He read that one very well. And so he'll stay at 3. And now Casper, 3 feet. Just a ticklish little thing here. For a second straight par. Makes that with ease, and we go to the 3rd hole. Willie Smith, 8 under on his round today. He thinks that we'll toughen up the course a bit for the weekend. So as we go to the 3rd hole, Johnny Miller will get the honors here. He's going to lose 5 in the wind. He's going to lose 10 because it's playing uphill. So minus 15. It's playing 201 essentially. With the right to left wind at 10. So a knockdown 6 as I read the description. With grandstands at the green, this uphill shorty with an entrance flanked by bunkers will make for prime viewing for spectators, whose reaction will give the players below a hint of their success. A roar means they're in the hole. A moan means they've hit the temperamental green and gone off the back. Might be birdie central, but today it's played at 307, so no, not really. Miller's going to wonder where that right to left wind was. He hit that dead solid perfect, but he's going to have about 25 feet for birdie because he didn't get it close. Now Venturi. Straight ahead 6 here. That leaked to the left, but he's fine. Again, 8 yards the other way. So we'll see if that's an easier putt or not. And now Casper. Center of the green is where he's aiming. Just get it on the surface. He loses that left. And he's in the rough. So Casper will get the first look at it. And the hole slopes towards the front where the pin is. And it'll be a side hill shot. He's got to hit it over the false rim there. And if he can cozy it up to about a yard, I think he'd be very happy with that. Well, I think he'll take it. He's got about 7-8 feet. But it's not dead by any stretch. So hopefully we're keeping you company in the gulag tonight, wherever you might be in Siberia. Johnny Miller has 22 feet. I'm going to lag this. He can make it on a roll of 1-1, 3-3, and 6-6. From 22, and this would get him to 5 under and 3 under through 3 holes today. We rolled a 4-4, which just gets him a foot away. He'll take that. And so he'll stay at 4 under. Now Venturi's going to go for this. Playing a Euro 2 Cup game. First leg in Portugal. We're already behind in the 3rd minute. That's not good. Venturi will give this a go up the hill. And this is to get him to 4 under and 2 under on the round today. Kenny looks so young there. Gave it a good wrap. He'll leave himself about a foot. And now Casper to clean up. 7 feet. 23 and 36 chance. Larry Nelson is parred the 14th. So he's at 10 under. Willie Smith and Stuart Sink are at 8 under on the course. And Young Tom is at 8 under par too. He's done for the day. So Old Tom and Young Tom competing here for a PGA. Of course, there was no such thing as the PGA in their day. And Casper missed that one, and now he's going to be on the wrong side of the cut line. Taps in for a bogey. And as we walk to the fourth hole, we can tell you our coverage of the PGA Championship continues over the weekend leaders. We'll walk them every step of the way, starting noon Eastern, 9 Pacific tomorrow morning. The PGA Championship right here from Harding Park on Retro Sports Network. All weekend long, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. You think your team is tired? Imagine being renovated from the dead and brought over to San Francisco. All right, so the fourth is a 606-yard par 5, playing 290, 325, 614. What the heck is that? 614 today. It's playing downwind 15 yards. And left to right 5. Miller is going to try the driver. This hole is playing easy peasy today at 434. So there are chances for eagles, and Johnny could be long enough, or he'll tell you he's long enough to do it. And an eagle here would put him 4 behind. It's on the fairway. I don't think he can get home, but he's on the fairway. 297 to get home. That one leaked to the right a bit, and the wind kind of blew against him. But he's safe. Venturi playing the dog leg. Played it perfectly. 291. He will not be able to get home, but he's safe. And I think if you reach the fairway, you got a good chance of birdie. Casper desperately needs a birdie. And that's all going to depend on the lie here. Casper found a tree, and that's in the rough. So he won't be able to get home in 2. First, Kenny Venturi. 318. The 3-wood could take him 260. The wind's going to make that a 250-yard shot, or a 308 shot. It's going to get 15 yards. Excuse me. But he's going to play to the right of that bunker. He doesn't think he can get it on, but if he can take the layout area, or the layup area, he can get it in there and cozy up his 3rd shot for a birdie attempt. That's the plan. Well, he lost it to the right. He's got 84 yards, but that balloon 10 yards the wrong way. And Venturi not a happy camper. Now Casper. Just going to give this a wrap with a 3-wood. Tree should not be trouble. And he's going to have if he hits it right, that's going to be short of that deep bunker. So 4 still is in play here, but he has to put it on the short grass. And he hits a magnificent shot. You'll have about 70 yards to get up and down to get back to 2 under. Now Miller, he's long enough. He's going to go for this. Aiming left of the flag. The crosswind here is 10 yards left to right. So Miller hitches up his Sansa Belt slacks, and we'll give this a go. Well, he hit it a little thick. He finds the rough, but he's only 37 yards. Casper, despite the bad tee shot, is in the best shape. Venturi will play first. Green slopes from right to left. So Venturi needs to navigate it over the bunker, land it on the green, and get it close. Well, he navigated the bunker. Got a little too much ball. He'll have 15 feet, but it's not impossible from there. And it's all uphill. Casper, 68 yards. Going to aim it a yard short and just a touch to the right. That's how you play it. That's how you play it. He's got a tap-in birdie to get back to 2 under. And now Miller. Not a horrible lie. Going to aim it to the right of the hole, get this close, get to 5 under. He had a lot of green to work with, and that really helped in that shot. He's got about, 11, maybe. It's an easier putt for birdie than it would be for par. Venturi against the grain here, 14 feet. 1 in 4 chance from putting chart 4. And he just missed. Knowing how easy this hole is, that's giving stuff away. And now Johnny Miller, 10 feet, 13 and 36. This is all about speed. And that wasn't bad. All right, Casper to get his lost shot back. 3 feet. Yep. Doesn't matter if it's easy or not. It's just in. Well, if you were with us yesterday, here's how our feature group on Thursday played. Kerry Middlecoff went out and shot a 72 today. Makes the cut at 3 under, but he was a contender. Jose Maria Olazabal, who just had one of those rounds you don't really want to watch. Goes out and shoots a 66 today, but he will not make the cut at 1 over par. And Dustin Johnson, 4 under for the round and 6 under for the championship. He'll be playing the weekend. Fuzzy Zeller, even par to be 3 back. So you can find Mr. Nicholas. As I'm reading through names here. Tiger Woods shot a 1 under to get to 5 under on the weekend. Chi Rodriguez will make the cut. How about that? 1 under today, 3 under for the tournament. Nicholas still on the course? He still might be in the course. Yep. 3 under through 8 today and 5 under for the championship. And so, Willie Smith is home in 28. Fires a 63, 7 under for the championship. And Lorenzo's team equalizes in the 33rd minute. Now, here's the 5th hole. I don't know if Lorenzo's paying any attention or not. I talked about this last night. This, to me, reminds me of 3 at Pebble. On the shorter side and without any fairway bunkers in play, or on the green for that matter, this narrow tree-lined fairway leads the way to one of the most challenging greens on the course. It's deep and it's undulating, and by the Time the pros arrive, it will be speedy. Maybe not the best birdie hole, more for hearing some moaning and groaning, like you would at a drive-in on a Friday night. You're getting 5 here, and it's going right to left at 10. So 3 wood for Casper. This is all about putting the ball in play. And the hole is playing into a 4 flat. How you doing, Bobby? Good evening to you, too. And Casper parks the C's and puts that on the left edge. She'll have 177. Miller, 3 wood. Can't find the fairway, loses it left, and that will depend on his lie in the rough. He's got 185, but it will depend on just how buried that ball is. Venturi. Ten-yard crosswind. Brings out the driver. And that's on the right side, but he found a divot. Kind of got double crossed there. And so Venturi's not going to know if that's a sand lie or a fairway lie until he hits the shot. Anyway, Miller, let's see, he is fine actually. Can see the ball, not on the slope. It's a tricky shot because he's got a right to left crosswind at 10. Going to play a baby 6. And he'll take that. That took some bounce. 11 yards. Oh, I am just fine, Mr. Waterfield. How's Jane doing this evening? All right, Casper, 5th fairway. 176. Aiming right edge. And the baby 7 iron. And Casper needs that. That should get into 3 under, depending on how much undulation that there is. He'll have about 10 feet for birdie. Now Venturi. Nope, this is a sand lie. 174. Going to go with a 6 iron. And kind of has to shape the shot. Don't say that 5 times fast, anybody, okay? And that's just on the green, and that's all he cares about. So Venturi is 34 feet from putting chart 2. And he'll lag. No, Lorenzo's playing some football manager, and I'm not sure what Captain Carl's doing. But Venturi will make a 2-putt par, and that will keep him 3 under for the championship and 1 under for the round. Now Miller. I know you are. Miller. 113366. Sounds like your Lotto 649 numbers. Got a good roll, he'll take that. All right, Casper, 11 feet down the hill, 7 and 18 chance. Let's get to 3 under. Bobby is doing week 1 of his 1984 full MLB replay with payoff pitch. Lotto Max tonight. Okay. So did Morris throw a no-hitter for you against the White Sox? And Kimke takes the lead 2-1 in the 48th minute. In Portugal, and Casper left that there. That and working from home. Cool. So Casper will make a par. So 3 pars here on the 5th. We go to the 6th, the year of the Tiger for sure. So the 6th playing 473. Today playing 489. Oof. Course regulars will enjoy watching the big hitters do what most Muni players can't. Wrap a long drive around the trees on the left side of this gentle dogleg left. The green is one of the biggest on the course, and it's divided by a hump that suggests players land their shots on the pin side. There's a grandstand here that's ideal for fans who like to watch long putts. So you're going to get 10. And so Casper is going to aim this at the left side. It's a 15-yard crosswind left to right. Now, I think Lee Smith would like one night in San Diego back, don't you? And so Casper puts that on the right side of the fairway, about 208. Really no wind. Now Miller. Driver in hand. A little further, same result. Fairway and safe. Venturi. Tigers and Canton Carl's replay haven't lost this week. You get 35 and 5. This throws for you. And the Russians have invaded Portugal and they're up 3-1. You playing Porto? Who you playing, Lorenzo? Venturi hit it so long he lost it to the right. He'll have 173 from the rough. So Casper will play first. He's got 208. Going to lose 5. And the crosswind, he's going to get the 5 back. The crosswind is left to right at 10. So a knockdown 5. And he did not leave it on the pin side of the green. He'll have 63 feet. Payoff pitch. That's what POP stands for. An ingenious game. But not on a computer. Golmarieres from the Portuguese Premier League. Okay. Johnny Miller. 7-iron from 190. That's on the right side of the pin. Not an easy birdie putt, but it's a birdie putt nonetheless. Venturi got a good lie. He'll go at it with a 7. He won't aim it. Just going to go right at the flag. Jack Nicklaus told his son to watch Johnny Miller because he had all the tools to be successful. Did Johnny tell that story? Johnny loved to tell stories about himself. But I can understand. Is Raj Johnny's caddy? It's Faherty this year, okay? David Faherty. And they're both drinking milk together between holes. Venturi with a good shot. About 20 feet. All right, Casper has 62 here for birdie. There is no way he's going to go for this. He can get this within 4. But at Johnny's age, it's 1%. And Casper would have made that if I had gone for it. And Himke's up 4-1 in their game. So the Russians went to Portugal and are going to hold on, hopefully. All right, Miller. Got a decision to make here. That's kind of in putting chart 4. I think you lag. I like Johnny as an announcer. Did you know he shot a 63 at Oakmont on Saturday to win the 73 U.S. Open? Easy tap in par there. Now Venturi. Wait, is Faraday? No, Gary McCord's going to be on Kenny Venturi's back, right? He's got 20 feet and a 5 in 36 chance. Nope. Just a handful you're watching anyway, so. First round goes live on YouTube about 9 o'clock tonight. So 20 feet for Venturi, and this is to get to 4 under. I forgot we got a... And, Larry Nelson has lost 2 shots since we looked at the leaderboard last. And so it looks like it's Hubie Green and Old Tom in the last group tomorrow. And Greg Norman and Arnold Palmer. There's a car wreck waiting to happen. And Willie Smith and Stuart Sink all one back. We're going to have a heck of a weekend, I think, here in San Francisco. And Venturi nails a 20-footer. And so he is 2 under on his round today. He is 4 under for the championship on a hole that is playing over par. Yep, chicken strips, honey mustard, and fries. That's pretty random. Also sounds good. And since Lorenzo is here, we'll just do this one right now. Monday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. It's a 1978 Major League Baseball replay doubleheader special. The first place American League West Texas Rangers and the California Angels, who have done a collapse that the Boston Red Sox would say, wow. So it's the Rangers and the Angels Monday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 in the Mountain Time Zone, and 8:30 in Fresno. So we go to the 7th, and I'm going to take a bite of munchie here. This is a birdie hole. Let's leave it there. So, take a bite. This is not chicken strips, honey mustard, and fries. The 7th playing on the card at 344. And that looks like it's about 346. I think is where the pin is. It is playing 15 yards downwind. Yeah, so is my snack. You're going to lose, you still got 5 yards here. The ability to drive this receptive green will force some interesting decisions. But missing the green will require a blast out of the bunker's front or left. Or maybe a chip out of the trees on the right. You'd have to hit that awful short, though, to do that. In any case, the bleachers here at the green offer a view of the 9th and 11th tees and may overlook a few eagle tries. The course hole-by-hole notes, however, say that many players look back and wonder how they didn't make a better score on such an innocent little hole. And I think the joke I made last night was, it's kind of like your high school girlfriend. And now it's playing into the wind and to the right. So Venturi's just going to play a 3-wood to the right side. I don't think he can reach that bunker on the left. Well, I hit a tree and bounced in the fairway. So we'll see what Venturi can do with the second. Casper's getting 20 yards. He's not going to change the aim. He's just going to take his 3-iron and whack it down. No, these are all historically normalized. Mr. Waterfield asks, are the players ranked to their best year of their career? And they're not. They're normalized. They're decade sets. And I bought the entire master thing, which gives you like 500 players. Some have 72 cards per decade, and some others have close to 100. And so it's a mishmash of things, but they're all heavily researched and normalized so that they can all kind of compete together. Crowd likes that. So does Casper. He'll have 100. Now Miller and aim this to the right side, and that bunker still might be in play. And I'm being told it's Dan Hicks on Johnny Miller's bag. Bounces off a tree, gets a better roll than Venturi, and he'll have 110. We're told that David Faraday and Roger Maltby are driving the cart. Venturi will play first, and he would have tree trouble here. On 116. Going to play a baby pitching wedge. If Dan Hicks is your best option on the bag, and wonder in the world what Faraday and Maltby did. Well, Ken Venturi, that won't hold the green. That just rolled right off. So he'll have about 33 feet to get up and down for par. Okay, Miller does not have tree trouble and can spin a wedge in. The markings on this green would make a television technician go nuts. Go ahead, tune in the test pattern on that, Mr. Waterfield. Oh my goodness gracious. The pin, side hill slope going from left to right. Well, it doesn't matter what the slope is when you can kind of kiss the pin with that. And Miller's got about 3 feet. That's what the green is zoomed up. Go ahead, adjust that, CTV retired engineer. So Casper going to aim this to the left and hope it'll just roll down to the hole. Herringbone. Drunken person watching too much SCTV the night before. It's San Francisco. It can be whatever the heck you want it to be. Got about a yard too much, I think, on that. And he'll have some work to do. Venturi can putt this. But it's a side hill wrong way. So he's going to pitch. And he's going to be about 3 feet, maybe 4. I'm not sure he could have putted it closer than that. All right. Casper, 11 feet for birdie. 7 in 18 chance. The Portuguese are not fond of Russian invasions. So 11 feet, as I said, 7 in 18 chance here. This is to get Casper to 3 under. And he read it perfectly. He read it perfectly. So Billy is 1 under through 7 holes today. Now Miller, this is to get to 5 under and 3 under on the round. And, well, there's only a 4 in 36, 2 in 18, 1 in 9 chance he'll miss it. So he goes to 3 under through 7 and 5 under for the championship and 5 back of the lead. Now Venturi, who hit an excellent pitch just to get it here, 31 and 36. It's a Baskin and Robbins putt. And if you like pistachio, you'll like that. So he is in. So 2 birdies and a par as we go to the 8th hole. David Duval goes out in 29. He's now at 6 under par. Oh, this should be fun. Though it's considered the longest par 3 for the Harding regulars, it's considered a fairly easy par hole. Pros look for birdies, however. Looking for birdies, it helps Ron if you read the full word. May go away disappointed. Period. There should not be a semicolon there. Miss the green left and the grass bunker is ready to feed. Right, and a deep sand bunker looms. Hole location will weigh heavily into the risk-reward equation. All right, 219 is the yardage. You're losing 10 into the wind. But you're going to get it back because it's playing down the hill. So 220 is the yardage. And a 5 iron for Casper. Well, that technically is not a GIR, but I think he'll take it. He'll have about 25 feet from just off the green. For those of you trying to listen to Radio Moscow's coverage of the European Cup Championship, your Russian boys are trying to park the bus and stall, which means that they run the Volga to get there. Billy was a wonderful guy. I don't think he ever got the credit. 5 iron for Miller. I'm going to go right at this. Very friendly. U.S. Open Championship was at Baltusrol the year that Arnold Palmer choked away a big lead on the 10th tee. Yes, he was a friendly ghost. Would you like a pineapple pizza to go with your chicken strips? Right. And Miller has lost that to the right. And that's going to be a devilish little shot. So Miller, buttering 4-letter words such as crud and darn under his breath. Venturi is going to take his 4 iron, just whack it down. And he finds the green. About 30 feet, but he's on the green. All right, let's see what Johnny Miller's got here. Going to have to lob this over the bunker. Well, that's Johnny Miller. That's how you'd appreciate that. Jason Day is having a good round. He's 8 under for the championship. So many good names going in the weekend. Lorenzo's grandson ordered a pizza for himself and some buddies. That's because he's a human being, Lorenzo. Why no pineapple? I don't even know how that came up, but it's the joke that will never die. Miller got a little more ball than he wanted there. 15 feet. How you doing, Paulie? Follow his football exploits on his YouTube channel, if you don't already. All right, Casper, this is an easy putt. I'm going to technically lag this because his chances of making it are the same. But he's on a flat part of the green, and this is to get to 2 under for the round. You enjoy that. Oh, and he nearly made it. He gave that one a good wrap. And a 2-putt par. All right, Venturi, 26 feet. Coming down the hill. He'll lag it. Well, you two enjoy it. We went to your house last night, and you weren't there to give us the free tacos you promised us. I don't want gourmet burgers. You promised us tacos. Good lag, 2 feet. And Venturi is in with the par. Now Miller has a very tricky 13-footer to stay at 5 under. A 5 in 18 chance here. Didn't miss it by much. Didn't miss it by much at all. So he'll drop a shot. He goes back to 4 under, but 2 under on the day. Good work here through 8 holes of the PGA Championship on a Friday night in San Francisco. I saw real quick eating my sensibly delicious snack that David Duval has got it to 7 under. So this has got to play as a 5 for the Muni players at 495. I think Miller and Venturi are analyzing their own play. And Casper's sitting there rolling his eyes. He's had to spend 36 holes with them. So the clubhouse is the goal from the tee on this long par 4, where players will be able to hit irons into the green. Bunkers guard the front, not really. And the grass behind will gobble up shots that are too long. I'll read that in a second. You're losing 15 off the tee with the wind. And it'll go left to right 5. Casper with a driver. So the Russians go home after a 4-1 win. So you'll get your choices of soaps for the gulag tonight. And Casper lost that left. Oh, and he's in a deep bunker. He will not be able to reach the green in 2. Venturi, driver. Well, he hit it long, but it didn't go right. And so I'm not sure he's going to be able to reach. Lorenzo's press conference, yeah, we did what we want to do. We scored a lot. And the Portuguese were gracious to us. Miller, driver. And he lost it to the right. So none of the 3 have found the fairway here on 9. Now, we're using PGA Championship rough. And for people like Mr. Waterfield wondering what that means is the game comes with several different kinds of rough that you can use. Standard is what you and I, well, what you would play. Standard PGA Tour rough, which is a nuisance, but there's no real penal aspect to it. PGA Championship is just that. It's about 4 or 5 inches, and if the ball's sitting on top, you should be able to get a good lie out of it and just a really rough shot. And then there's US Open rough, which is East German armpit hair. Thick, gnarly, nasty, smelly. Oh, and grassy, and it can sink. And sometimes, and this happens here with the PGA Championship rough too, you just got to put it out in the fairway. You just take your 7-iron and nail it. So Miller going to lose 15, going to go right or left to right at 5. Going to lose 20 yards on this. So he's going to whack a 3-wood here. Yup, pure spinach. Absolutely. The fescue at the Open Championship was fun trying to hit out of too, because you wouldn't know until after you hit the shot whether you had a good lie. Just little things like that make this a great game. Miller finds the green. 28 yards, but he's on the putting surface. Now Casper, he will not be able to get there. 7-iron is what the best club he can do. That's in a deep bunker. Really can't practice his swing. The yellow stuff you see on the top right is the penalty for being in a deep bunker. But he hit that as bad as well as he can. He'll have 88 yards to get up and down for par. Now Venturi surprisingly doesn't have tree trouble, but he lost it in the rough. So he's just going to take his... Here's the example of a 7-iron shot. David Faherty goes to the ball and just goes, ugh. Good luck. This would be one of those, speaking of guys that were on the fair, that were on the course reporters, this would be one of those ones that Bob Rosberg would report back to Jim McKay. Jim, he's got no shot from here. But Venturi puts it in play, and he'll have about 90 yards. All right, third shot's coming up. Casper, not a difficult green. Gonna go right at it. Again, it just, I think this is the one I described last night as one, if you just kind of skipped a stone in the back right, those arrows would be where the ripple marks would go. Well, I think Casper's going to get his par there, don't you? Got a kick in there on 9 to stay at 3 under. Now Venturi, same shot essentially. Missed a little to the left, but he's going to have about 7-8 feet. Now Miller's going to lag this. He's got 83 feet. Just get it close. I think 3 feet will work, don't you? Now Venturi, 9 feet. 5 and 9? 4 and 9? Yeah. 7.5 and 18. There you go. So a fraction into fraction. He sank a 20-footer a while ago. Yep. But he won't sink the 15-footer. Now Casper, after that magnificent pitch, will make the turn at 34, 1 under, and 3 under for the championship. Miller for his 3-foot par. And now Venturi, this is to go to 3 under and a bogey. All right, so here's how we've gotten the first 9 holes. Casper, bogey 3, birdie 4, birdie 7. Miller, 3 birdies and a bogey. Venturi, birdie 1, birdie 6, bogey 9. And so we'll be back with the second 9 of the night's coverage right after this. Okay, so I can't do a bite of snack of this healthy, delicious cereal and a sip of drink in 30 seconds. But I can tell you that next month on twitch.tv/Retro Sports Network and youtube.com Retro Sports Network, we'll reach the climax of our 1978 Major League Baseball replay, the American League Championship Series, which will open up at the home of the American League West champion. And right now, that's the Texas Rangers. And the National League Championship Series, which would open up at the home of the National League East champions, which right now would be the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And then the 75th World Series, which would start from the home of the National League champion. And I know better than to give a guess for that. So that's all coming up. The American League Championship Series, the National League Championship Series, and the World Series. All coming up next month on Retro Sports Network. All right, so we're halfway home here on a Friday night. My name, well, you can see it on the screen. I did that little graphic myself. Aren't you happy about that? And so scoring has been interesting today. The course is playing a little bit harder. 7 under led after 18 holes, and now it looks like that 10 under par is going to lead going into the weekend. The course is playing moderately breezy, hard and fast, but this really is, in my view, kind of like a Pete Dye course. You have your chances to score. There are good risks and good rewards to take here. It depends on what you as a golfer feel like you want to do. And that should make for a very entertaining weekend. So let's get to it. Let's get right back to the action as our feature group of the San Francisco Giants of Golf play the lone par 5 on the front back 9, the 10th hole. And I keep hitting the wrong button. Yep. We get fancy schmancy for these events. These are special events. We'll see what people like and what they don't like, and they just get added to coverage later on. But I do try to throw a new wrinkle in to each special project. So trees line the left side of the slight dogleg left, so the big hitters will just knock it over the bunker on the right side of the fairway. Then probably take out a mid or a long iron for an approach and a likely eagle putt. 562 on the card, 230 and 334 is going to be 562. It's what it says up there, 562. So driver for Casper playing right to left 10, and what you lose on the slope going up the hill, you gain with it going down there. All right. Remember, noon tomorrow, 9 Eastern, and we should have fun for that, but I'm glad you're doing better and glad your team won. 83 degrees in Lethbridge. Warm today. Alexa, what's the weather?
In Burlington, it's 78 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Tonight, you can look for clear skies with a low of 58 degrees.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Ron. Hope you've had a good day today.
I have. See, Lorenzo, it's nice to meet. So that one goes to the left side of the fairway, and Casper 272, probably not. 106, ouch. You guys are in a heat warning until Wednesday. We talked about that at lunch, yeah. Here's Miller. That's horrible. We'll pass on the tacos, mate. All right, Miller made the turn at 2 under for the round and 4 under for the championship. What, 106 in Alberta on Monday? Johnny put that. You couldn't have walked that out there any better. 293, 270 to go home. 109 on Monday and Tuesday. Hope you like water. Here's Ventura. He's going to have the driver. Like I said, I hope you like water. You know, maybe, you know what you should do? As Ventura hits the fairway. Now, if it's 102 Celsius, you're in big trouble. All right, 276 for Ventura. He's going to get 15 yards, though. He might be able to poke it on. He's thinking about it. If you can hit it over that bunker, and I'll tell you my devious plan here in a second. So 276. I think he can get it there. That's what Gary told him, and he did. Apparently. And I don't care, about 102 in a dry heat is still about 90. So he'll have about 70 feet for eagle. Casper can go for this with a 2-iron. Warm air from California. Lorenzo hasn't talked too much tonight. All right, Lorenzo, what you should do, buddy, you should bring your iPad to Best Buy, okay? And take a USB and plug it into their TVs. And so when they're shopping for their TVs, if they're actually allowed out to a Best Buy, they can watch this and go, what the hell is this? All right, Casper's concern here is the bunker. But it's a regular bunker shot, and he should be able to get up and down for birdie. Miller, 270. Going to go with a 2-iron. I think that would be quite fun. Hole playing to 424, so it's a birdie hole. And Johnny's on in 2. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? You could do it at Canadian Tire. All right, Venturi's going to can putt from here, but he's got to go up over the false front. So he's just going to go the pitching wedge about 2 yards past and see where he can stop it. All right. Big clue. London Drugs, okay. Yep. Second round of the PGA Championship, so a nighttime broadcast. Oh, you got Best Buy? There you go. All right, Casper. So the last group tomorrow, Green and Morris. And I have a feeling that we'll be watching Norman and Palmer tomorrow, too. So a lot of green to work with for Casper here on 10. Just go up the hill. Hope you get it close. Oh, he got too much ball. Too much ball. So he'll 30 feet. Miller, 63 feet for eagle. Guess what he's not going to do? Excuse me. Take your 2-putt birdie, get to 5 under, and 5 off the lead. 3 feet. Now Casper's gonna give this a whack from 25. 5 and 36 chance. Just missed. Venturi, 5-footer. This is to get to 4 under and 6 off the lead. That'll do. And now Miller. So 2 birdies and a par. Miller at 5 under, Venturi at 4 under, and Casper at 3 under. The lead is 10 under. We go to 11. So downwind. Now here's a hole where it might be fun to get a viewing spot near the tee to watch the players confer with their caddies on club selection. It is a short hole, yes, and downhill, but the bunkers abutting the front tongue, along with the helping wind, complicate matters. And that pin is cut in front of that bunker. It's uphill, so it's a 5-yard gain here. And so Johnny is just going at this, right at the flag. Right to left 5 too, but that's not really going to be in play. 7 iron. 30 feet, but you're putting. Venturi, same shot, 6 iron. We talked about in the Open that Ken Venturi's lone major came at Congressional in 1964, and I teased it, and it nearly killed him. And I'm not being a joker about that. He hits it within 6 yards. We talked about the temperatures where Lorenzo is, 105, 106. Now, the Open back, no, my teasing didn't nearly kill him. Ken's been gone for a while, but when he won the 64 Open, the heat nearly killed him. They were still playing the last 36 holes on a Saturday, so you'd tee off, you'd play your 3rd round in the morning, and then you'd play your final round in the afternoon. And Congressional being around Washington, it was a hot Father's Day weekend in D.C. with a heat index of 105 and 106. And they told Venturi, you're going to die if you go out and play. Well, not only did he win the Open, he suffered heat stroke when they had to hydrate him with IVs once he got off the course. They had to help him sign a scorecard. Here's Casper. And I'll take that. Casper actually might have a birdie chance from 5 yards. All right, 29 feet for Miller. Putting chart number 4, we're not going to go for that. And it's a good thing, too, because he just blew it 6 feet past the hole. Mercy. Venturi, 17 feet, 5 and 36. This is to get to 5 under par. I left it just short. Just short. All right, 15 feet here for Casper. This is to get to 4 under. 7 and 18 chance here. And he leaves it 2 feet short. He can't believe that. All right, Miller to clean up a messy 6-footer. 27 and 36 sounds a lot like 3 and 4 to me. And I don't even have a calculator in front of me, so there. He makes it and stays at 5 under, 5 behind the lead. And we go to 12. A long par 4, 494 yards, playing a third of a shot over par today. This tree-lined toothpick of a fairway along Lake Merced Boulevard has been shortened. The golfers may not bring out the big dog, or a sneeze, or 2 for that matter. That happened so quick I couldn't even mute it. The golfers may not bring out the big dog on the tee, but they will bring their masks, and instead will hit a fairway metal in order to ensure a fairway position for a mid-iron shot to the good-sized green. One more. No, maybe. Yep, you called it. Excuse me. Thank you. Now, this is kind of one of those double cross holes here because it slopes from left to right, but the wind will blow it right to left. I won the lottery. What do I win? You're losing 15. You really have to bring out the driver. Was it the Alanis Morissette ironic lottery? I'm the old man that won the lottery and died the next day? Well, isn't that ironic? So Miller is just going to try to wrap this one right down Broadway. And that's the right decision. He hits at 291. He's got 219. 3 sneezes is pretty lucky. Now, here's something you don't hear about on the average Fortnite stream. Usually when I sneeze, it is about 3 times. My wife doesn't think she's all that lucky. Just saying. All right, Venturi, same stick. Did I keep my eyes open? I don't remember. Is it only lucky if I keep my eyes open? Is it even possible to keep your eyes open while sneezing? Venturi finds the fairway. He'll have 225. Who are the Red Sox losing to tonight? They're facing Garrett Cole and they're playing in the Yankees, huh? The Red Sox are terrible this year. Here's Casper. He's got a driver out. Hole's going for his 20 straight win. Alexa, what's the score of the Red Sox game?
This might answer your question. The Yankees are leading the Red Sox 2-0 in the top of the 4th. Alex Verdugo is currently at bat.
Thank you.
You bet.
How much you pay her to be nice, Lorenzo? Well, they all found the fairway. Mookie, something for the... Don't get me started on that. I'm happy for Mookie. All right, so they're all right around each other on the fairway. So Venturi first, 224, into the wind at 10. Yeah, the Red Sox are horrible. So 234 is what we're at. A baby 3-wood, he has to aim at the right-hand side. Mookie tied the career record for most 3-homer games at 6. Oh, goodness, he's 27. He'll break it this year. Tied with Sammy Sosa and Johnny Mize. That's pretty good company. That's a good shot, and that's one of those major championship shots that you hit it good, and you hit it so hard, it just bounces right off the fairway. Would you at least spell Red Sox right? I wasn't going to say anything about Sosa's coloring. All right, here's Miller, 219. He's going to go with a 5-iron. He went and saw Michael Jackson's skin bleacher. I'm surprised that Willie Mays, Aaron, or Mantle would have done that. I'm surprised that Trout hasn't done it either. And Miller left that one in the rough. That's not good. 5 more yards would have made all the difference. All right, Casper, 4-iron. Going right at it. Yeah, it just goes to show how rare a 3-homer game is. I haven't had that. In all the years I've played sim baseball, I don't think I've ever had a 4-home run game. Casper just airmails the green, and he'll have 14 yards. So nobody found this 12th green, and that's why it's playing about a third of a shot over par. So Miller, the good news is that he's got a ton of green to work with. And it's sloping towards him. Well, the PlayStation doesn't count. Big clue. And that's how you do it. He'll have a kick-in par. Now, Casper doesn't have that much green. He has a thing that slopes off the back. But if you could put it in the right place, it can kind of matriculate towards the hole. He does not put it in the right place, and he has about 20 feet for a very tough par. Now, Venturi can putt this. "39 feet. I'm going to pitch it. I'm not sure he can get it that close. I would say compare Mize or Santo. I would say Mize, because Mize was kind of like Ralph Kiner in the sense, because Kiner got in really late too. Massive home run hitter in an era that didn't hit many home runs. And I should have putted because Venturi chunked that badly. So Casper, 18 feet for par. A 1 in 6 chance. And he nailed it. And he absolutely nailed the putt. What a par save by Billy Casper here on 12. He stays at 3 under. No one's hit 4 in a game since J.D. Martinez in September 2017. Okay, Venturi, 14 feet. He's got a 5 in 18 chance here. And he left it just short, 2 feet. Now Miller clean up his 2-footer for par. He does. And we go to 13. I need to send Big Clue a note, and we'll talk about that. Some people on the leaderboard making a move. Ben Hogan is 9 under through 15, and David Duval is 9 under for the championship through 14 holes today. So we'll see where they finish. Duval, I think, is one of the best golfers that just flamed out too early. All right, I'm going to take a drink. Oh, no, I got to show you an ad. How about that? Aha! The Summer of Tokyo, our Summer Games Olympic replay, starts next week here on Retro Sports Network. No player has ever hit 4 homers more than once in his career, and no one has ever hit more than 4. I think it'd be very hard to hit more than 4 in a game. Come on. There we go. Our friend Big Clue is doing a What If Cleveland Indians replay. From what? You've done 5 years, 68 through 73. And keeping some players and making some trades and all that. And Action PC, he's doing an Action PC baseball, 69 through 73, okay. He's doing an Action PC baseball. And he's gotten the Indians to be a 500 team. I just find that's a very interesting engine to do a what if like that in. That's more of an OOTP project. But he's doing a great job with it. He sent me an email with all the champions, and they're the right teams for the era. They're just not necessarily in the right order. This hole looks benign enough on the scorecard, but requires driving accuracy over the left corner of a fairway bunker, or a player will be hugging some trees. Well, it's California. The approach, for the most part, will require an 8 or 9 iron, unless the hole is cut back by the bunker. Not today, it's actually center right. Unless the headwind is asserting itself off of Lake Merced. You're losing 5 yards with the wind, and my goodness, the hole is playing with a crosswind left to right of 15. And the fairway slopes from right to left. Out of bounds left. Kerry Middlecoff hit one out of bounds here yesterday. It is a birdie hole. It's playing at 397. So Miller plays the 3-wood over the bunker. He's got 163. Placement is everything. Casper with a 3-wood. Does what he's got to do. Venturi with a 3-wood. Well, put them all in play. We driver with that hole yesterday. I like 3-wood better. Okay, Casper, Venturi first, 163, left to right 10. And losing 5, so it's going to play 167. So an 8-iron is what he's going to do. You just make the trades in the preseason and let the sim play out. Is that how you do it, Brad? Oh, what a shot. He hooked out more to the right than he wanted to, but it's going to stop about 10 feet. So what a shot by Venturi, and he can get back to 4 under. Now Miller knocked down 8. Right, you'll watch him, but you don't manage him. That's how you'd play it. I figured you were doing that. Now, yeah, pardon the question, but why not OOTP? That's made for projects like that. You've dropped the ball, Mr. Waterfield, literally on your sims. Well, Jane will do the football one for you. Miller, center in the green left. You'll have about 20 feet. All right, greater control of your environment from one season to the next. You don't mind the extra work. Okay, hey, I think it's a great idea. That's a creative project. 160 for Casper. He'll play an 8. And he loves the look and feel of AP Seymour. I can't wait to see the letters on that one. Eight iron for Casper, and he's going full. And that'll settle on the back of the green. But he's on the green. I'm not going to say that out loud, but I would agree. 39-footer for Casper. Putting chart 4, going to lag. And a nice lag. He left it within 2 feet. This will be easy to clean up. Here's Miller, 19 feet, so it's go for it range. 7 of 36 chance here. I's just a mere game player, my friend. Oh, 1 foot short. Venturi, 12 feet. 5 and 18 chance here. And he overcooked it. 2 feet. Well, they're all walking off with a par on 13. I think they all had 3 in mind. 4 is not a bad score here. 14th, downwind, birdie hole, 467. Heard a good trivia question today. Give it a whirl here as I read the description. Watch out for the trees around the tee. If it would be the Willie Mays tree because it makes fantastic catches every once in a while. But then, such a nice wide fairway after so much communing with nature on other holes. Remember, this is California. Yet, it's a long par 4 with an uphill approach. That might be the most difficult of the day, with the bunker guarding the left side of a slippery, sloping green. That is the biggest run-on sentence I've ever heard. So you're going to get 15 from the wind. You're getting 25 here. So we are driving Miss Daisy with the 1-wood. All right, noontime Eastern, 10 a.m. your time for the leaders Saturday and Sunday. So have a good night, Chris. Who has the most career home runs but never led the league even once? I'm not reading that one out loud either. Actually, you know, it's interesting because we'll talk about that in a moment. I'm thinking of the answer to your trivia question. Anyone want to give a shot at that? The most career home runs but never led the league. Would that be Fred McGriff?
Right.
Miller has missed the fairway well to the right. In fact, he's got, wow, 317, 144. Think higher. Okay. Well, you know, if you get critical of the game, whether you like it or don't like it, other people are going to like it. And it just kind of, it's like politics. You say something and it ticks people off. So, Casper, same verse. $144 for Billy to get in. 316. He's on the left edge of the fairway. Gehrig? Well, I do higher than Gehrig. Has a prime directive? I am a Star Trek fan. Of course I have a prime directive. So Venturi's going to try this right down Broadway. And he hits it right down Broadway. Best shot of the three. 319, 140 to go. Higher than Gehrig, huh? Oh, Williams won a Triple Crown, so... Or did he? Yeah. Which league? All right, Miller's got tree trouble. Going to have to fade this around. 144, 9-iron. Teddy's Triple Crown was the year they gave the MVP to Jolton Joe. Of course they did. So it wasn't Williams. Which league? Which league? AL. Wow, you got me stumped. All right, Casper 144, playing downwind 10 yards. So a full pitching wedge. This player is not in the Hall of Fame. Rafael Palmeiro? Really? That was... So some of those home runs were medicinally enhanced, we're guessing. So Casper hits it about 18 feet past. Now Venturi 140. Pitching wedge. 569. Yep. And with the current exchange rate, that's about 425. And Billy has about 10 feet. Stan Musial and his 475 was the answer to that question for a long time. And that's not a surprise. Stan was more of an average hitter than a home run hitter, although 475 is nothing to sneeze at. From 13 feet, Miller takes the Texas wedge. He's got a 1 in 4 chance. And he goes to 6. He's 4 back. Here's Casper, 17 feet, 1 in 6 chance. This is to get to 4 under. Just missed. Kenny Venturi, 12 feet. This is to get to 4 under. 5 and 18. Missed that by 5. He overcooked it. Harding Park, by the way, was named after Warren Harding. And you know why it was named after Warren Harding? Venturi makes his par. And so Ben Hogan, by the way, not because he was a great president, no, is now tied for the lead at 10 under. He's on 17. And Freddie Couples is at 9 under. Oh, my goodness, we're going to have so much fun this weekend. It's a pretty esoteric. Where's hard? San Francisco. We're in San Francisco. That's why all the references to the Giants. Well, you know what state San Francisco's in. All right, 15th hole, 405 yards, playing to a scoring average of 380 today. That's also a freeway, I think, near the Embarcadero, right? I'm at the park. San Francisco. It's in San Francisco. It's in the city. Expect players to lay up with an iron or utility metal short of the fairway bunker to the right on this dogleg left, because the fairway narrows so much after that. That's true, it does. Maybe they pull out the driver. No, we're not pulling out the driver. And they could bring the trees into play along the borders of Lake Merced. There's a fairway bunker and grandstand right of the green, and grass bunker short left. So 269 is right where the bunker is. Plays left to right, and you're getting 20 yards. So two irons. What Miller's going to try here, and try to catch that slope and roll it towards. Harding was the first golfer in the White House, but the connection's kind of a weird one. Yes, Ike is the most famous golfer, and he's got a tree at Augusta. Well, Harding died in San Francisco in 1923. And so they named the golf course in the area where he died. Absolutely true story, and Miller will not put it in the bunker, but he's in the rough. All right, enough of the politics. So Casper, 2 iron. So that's the true story. They built the golf course to celebrate the man that died in San Francisco. Is it short of the bunker and didn't get enough of the slope? 98 yards. He'll spin the wedge in. Venturi. He'll go with a 3-wood.
Right.
Oh no. Venturi lost that. Goodness, he hit that 40 yards right. He's got 137. That's the good news. But I wonder if he's got a lie similar to Grace Slick's body hair circa 1968. Well, I have no idea what he's going to do here. He's got, it's a gross lie. Absolutely gross. Look where it is. He's got tree trouble left and right here. He's going to try to hit a punch with a 4 iron. Yeah, and it's just one of those weird things. It would be like naming, politicians get roads and streets named after them, but it would be like taking where the Mavericks play. Yeah, heart attack. And Calvin Coolidge, who was governor of Massachusetts when he became vice president, was staying with his parents in Plymouth, Vermont. So there's a Vermont connection to the story. And so the phone call came to his father because his father had one of the few telephones in the town of Plymouth in 1923. And so he woke up his son, told him the news, and since he was a justice of the peace, administered the oath of office. That will not hold the green, but considering the lie that was there, that's a pretty good shot. That's a very good shot for Venturi. Local knowledge there. Now Casper, 97 yards. And he's just going to go about a yard past the pin. Again, a lot of these are on knolls, just on the top of a knoll. And he'll leave himself about 4 or 5 feet to get to 4 under. Now Miller from the rough. Again, just past the hole here. Right's the bunker, and that's not where you want to be. That's on the putting surface. You'll have 7, 8 feet for birdie. All right, so Venturi has a lot of green to work with, but he needs to deal with the top of a ridge and then down towards the hole. Give me like a slinky shot here. He nearly holed it, but he hit it so hard he put it back in the rough the other way. He needs to be careful because the cut is 1 under. You got to be 2 under or better to play the weekend. So that's true. One campaign is appeal to return to normalcy. Yet 100 years ago, that was the winning campaign slogan. You know, it's kind of like most things in life, my friend. The more things change. Yeah. So Venturi needs something here that is more delicate than Julia Child around a pheasant. And he did. He's going to lose a shot here, but it's a tap-in. Cut the dickens out of my finger. Now, Miller, 9 feet for bird. About a 50-50 chance. I did just go there. It's 8:47. This is, I'm on the 3rd hour of streaming today. I'm tired. That was a joke. Have I seen how that woman handled a pheasant? Depends on how much the cooking sherry she took in. So Miller found a 50-50 chance here. And he nailed it. He nailed it, and he's 7 under. And now Johnny Miller is 3 back. He gives the tower a dirty look. Here's Casper, 5 feet for birdie. And I'm going to make this joke again, and somebody better get it. He's got a Jerry Ryan putt here, 7-9 chance. And that birdie was assimilated for sure. So Casper goes to 4 under. And we give you another slide. Yay! More slides! And don't forget, Pro Strategy Football 2021 with Al Red Sox fan. You can watch. We're going to do 9 games using Pro Strategy Football 2021. If you love Tecmo Bowl, yes, it is another Star Trek reference. Anyway, back to the ad. If you love Tecmo Bowl, you'll love Pro Strategy Football. And so Al Red Sox fan and I, thank you, Paulie. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with Jerry Ryan. If I got to start this again. So if you enjoy Tecmo Bowl, you'll love Pro Strategy Football 2021. Now Red Sox and I will bring you 9 games, including 1 Decade League championship from each decade from the 50s to today, including 3 games from the 1980s. Not head-to-head. It's someone else, that the computer will play it. I'm calling the play-by-play, And now a Red Sox fan is doing the color. We've done a couple tests, and if you go to Super Bowl tournaments, the Super Bowl tournament on YouTube, you can watch the Hall of Fame game that we did. So Pro Strategy Football 2021 coming to YouTube near you this fall, and I can't wait again to work with our Red Sox. We had such a good time with the run-through games. All right, 16. Oh, wait, I didn't. Venturi's going, you know, I had a bogey putt here. I'm sorry, Kenny. I'm sorry. Where'd you bogey? All right, so Venturi goes to the cut line as we go to 16. The short 336-yard drivable par 4. You'd think they might have lengthened it for the players who can drive the ball 340 yards, but think again. It's a classic risk-reward quandary with a grove of trees guarding the right side of the tiny green and bunkers along the left. One player hits his drive into the tree grove and had no trouble getting out, saying the trees have been trimmed and cleaned up. So it's not the jail it was in the old days. Look, to each its own, Lorenzo, but have you seen her in Picard? It's Star Trek. You're not supposed to be hot in Star Trek, okay? You're supposed to be stoic. Short hitters will just lay up with an iron and hope to knock it close with a wedge. So you're getting 15 off the tee. Three iron for Miller. I'm not distracted by that thought. So Miller just wants to leave the short, give himself an easy pitching it up and down for birdie. Ben Hogan is in at 10 under, and so you'll see all of his round tomorrow. Don't know who he'll pair with, but Hubie Green, Old Tom Morris, and Ben Hogan are tied at 10 under par. Freddie Couples is on 18. People are weird. But Johnny Miller leaves himself 67 in a pretty little wedge to get up and down for birdie. Now Billy Casper, 2 iron. $67 yards. He's at 4 under. He's safe for the weekend. He can make a little more hay with a birdie, though. And now Venturi really is kind of where he has to he backs off and goes with a 3. And that's fine. 93 yards. He'll spin a wedgie in here. So 92 yards. Anyway, back to talking about Harding Park. And I'll tell this story over the weekend, too. The golf course is a municipal one. It's why I selected these 3 is because Johnny Miller and Ken Venturi played a lot here as kids. This is where they cut their teeth to become professional golfers. The city of San Francisco had it set up for these to be community golf courses. Pin slopes from, or the green slopes from back to front. And so Venturi will give this a whirl from 93. And he nearly holed it. That skips over the pin, and he'll have a kick-in birdie to go to 3 under. Now here's Miller, pretty much the same shot. And so over the years, the course fell into disrepair because cities, regardless of their political affiliation, are hard to run. And golf courses are not cheap to maintain. So around the turn of the century, after a couple failed deals, they sold the course to the PGA Tour. It was supposed to be an Arnold Palmer project, but they didn't think they could make anything off it, so they sold it to the PGA Tour, and it's now technically a TPC course. So the city sold it. and Olympic, because Olympic was the other course. In fact, they're designed by the same architects. Miller goes a little bit over the hole. He's got about 10 feet. Now Venturi from 66 yards. Yeah, the tour owns it. It's a public course. You can play it. Anybody can play Harding Park. That was part of the deal. You needed to keep it open to the public. I don't know what it is. I mean, technically, Pebble Beach is a public course too, but it's $800 a round. Casper just passed the hole. A little hard, but he's fine. About 7-8 feet. And so when they renovated it, it really turned it into the beautiful championship course that you see. It's hosted several senior championships. The Charles Schwab Cup, PGA Championship this year, and will be the home of the 2026 President's Cup. Yeah, it really is a positive story. So Miller, 13 and 36 chance, 10 feet down the hill. You notice that we talk a positive story about San Francisco and California, and Lorenzo's quiet now. Miller, he's now 6 under par for the day with that birdie here. That was a tough there. San Francisco is gorgeous. Now Casper, 9 feet. Did your sub just run out? That's interesting. Your avatar changed as soon as you typed that. So 9 feet for Casper. And 7.5 and 18 chance here. Again, the fraction over the fraction. Good luck on that in the calculator. Oh, now you popped up as... That was interesting. I don't know if he's playing the Yokes. I think he's doing Eve tonight as well. Casper misses the birdie. Now Venturi, 2-footer. He goes to 3 under with the birdie. He needed that desperately. It gives him a little margin of error with 2 holes left. So Johnny Miller with the honors here at 17, downwind. He's going to get 10 for that. And that's it. He's going to get 10. So it's playing at 160. Going to go with a 9-iron. This might be short. He's between clubs here. This hole, a short but narrow trip alongside Lake Merced, will be all about pin placement and wind. Trees overhang the left side of the green, and a large bunker guards the front of the right side. The speed of the green will add to the test for anyone who should face a non-gimme putt for par. Again, one long run-on sentence. The green is deep enough that a backpin placement will demand an extra club. I love what they've done with it. This is a beautiful course. Olympic is hosted, by the way, a few U.S. Opens. I did not watch any of the PGA last week. I'm liking this course an awful lot. Just short of the green. That's not a bad shot at all. 12 yards from the fairway. He might actually be able to putt it if the green is flat. Now Venturi, 170. He'll go at it with an 8-iron. No need to adjust. Course is the hole is playing at 315, just a scotch over par. Bit unlucky with the bounce, but 8 yards. And now Casper knocked down 8. Casper at 4 under, 2 under today. And Casper has a good chance here, 15 feet for birdie. No, Miller cannot putt. In fact, it's considered a false front. I don't know if you heard the story I told about the renovation of Harding Park and how they've really turned it into just an absolutely gorgeous golf course. So once he hits it over the false front, then it slopes away from the pin. So Miller, this is a tricky pitch. Hit it too hard, and he's got his work cut out for par, about 15 feet. But he's made a lot of those. Venturi, 22 feet. He's going to go for this. This would make him 4 under on the championship and 2 under today. Good putt, about a foot away. He's playing the weekend. He's only 7 off the lead. I mean, everybody who plays the weekend, and it's a top 80 in ties, is going to be within 8 shots of the lead. So if you're playing tomorrow, you got a crack at this. This is not pretty impressive. Casper, 13 feet, 7 of 18 chance as we cross the 9 o'clock hour here in the east. Just missed. DJ John, good evening from the left coast. Welcome to TPC Harding Park. Almost at the end of our coverage of the second round. We'll be with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow for the leaders. Casper with an easy tap-in. And now Johnny Miller, 13 feet. Just did not hit a good chip. But one of those things that that was almost impossible. But he is on the easiest putting chart, and he has 11 and 36 chance. And he nailed it. And that's why you can shoot 6 under par today. So par is all the way around as we go to 18. But because we know we got a new regular that hasn't seen anything that we've done today, here's a live look at the leaderboard as we head to the last, as everyone else is done today. It's Hubert Green, Old Tom Morris, and Ben Hogan at 10 under. Greg Norman, Arnold Palmer, Willie Smith, Stuart Sink, Fred Couples at 9 under. Retief Goosen, Lee Trevino, Young Tom Morris, Jason Day, Jack Nicklaus, and Johnny Miller at 8 under. Nicklaus with a 6 under 64 today. Zeller, Barnes, McElroy, Weir, Willie Park Jr., Sam Snead, Bernard Longer, Curtis Strange, Bruce Litsky, Bobby Locke, Zach Johnson, J.H. Taylor, Bobby Jones, Tom Weitzkopf, Nick Faldo, Larry Nelson, Chick Harbert, and David Duval at 7 under. So there are 32 golfers within 3 shots of the lead. There are 49 golfers within 5 shots of the lead. And 92 golfers are going to play the weekend. And they're all going to have a chance. 2 under is going to in. They're 8 shots out with 36 holes. That's a lot of golf. And who finished dead last? Michael Bradley. Shot a 73 today. 8 over for the tournament. Charlie Sifford won't play the weekend. Tom Lehman, former PGA champion Bob Tway, Francis Ouimet, Jose Maria Olazabal played much better today, but he's going to miss the cut. Walter Hagen, Ernie Els, Tony Jackman, Tony Lima, Nick Price, Hal Sutton, Davis Love III, Justin Rose, Kane Stewart, Webb Simpson, some of the notable ones that missed the cut. All right, 18, the most storied and talked about hole on the course, is challenging and finishing hole. Really, the decision off the tee across the dogleg and over the lake is simple. Shorter hitters stay right of the tree. that from the tee is visually right of the green and take a chance on reaching the fairway bunkers. Longer hitters go left and risk not reaching the fairway. It's usually the difference between a long iron up to an unyielding and pitch green or a short iron. So the aiming point is 309 to the bunkers. You're getting 5, but it's playing right to left at 10. You're getting 5. 3 wood from Miller. Off the tree, 192. And that pin is front right. Venturi. Control driver. $172 to go. Casper 3 wood. That's the tree. Casper hit it short. He's got 193. So they're all in good shape. So I'd say, well, I'll keep my thoughts to when we go to close the show. So Casper to play first, 193. He's getting 10. He's getting 5. And it's playing right to left. 7 iron for Casper. And the ghost just missed the green. He found the rough. He couldn't even find the fairway. I mean, that's just right there. Now Miller, 191. It is a 185 shot. Knockdown 7 for Miller. He is 6 under on the day. It's a par 70, so a par gives him a 64. This is the fairway to the right, or green to the right. That should be an okay up and down. Didn't get any wind either. Here's Venturi. 172. Going at this with an 8 iron. Hits the green, and he's got a birdie putt. So Miller, see the false front on that puppy? Oh my goodness. Oh, beautiful. Got a tap in, got a kick in for par. Oh man, not only is that in the rough, it's actually considered a tough shot. So he has to hit it over the front and then kind of up the hill because it slopes away from the pin. But he knows the course well, and that's a kick-in par. Now Venturi, this is for a 268. He's got 9 feet, a 5 in 18 chance. And I refuse to talk about Jerry Ryan's bug eyes anymore. I'm just so disappointed. Missed it by 3. He got a little greedy. So he'll clean us up for a 1 under 69. Yeah. Now Casper, 2 feet for par. And Miller can sneeze this one in. And we're all in. And so we played the second round. It's now done. So Casper in 34. 8 pars and a birdie. Johnny Miller, 4 birdies and no bogeys on the second 9. And so out in 33 and in 31. And that gives you 64 and 6 under. So he's 2 shots off the lead going into the weekend. Venturi kind of came back. Butterface is hostile, huh? Some of the stuff that she can melt on my toast at any time, Lorenzo. Venturi, and even 35 on the backside. All 3 players have hit fairways and greens. And Miller has only had 55 putts for the 2 rounds. And so Just good golf all the way. And so you saw the leaderboard. And now you're going to see me. So after 36 holes here, I like this course an awful lot. I don't always like what the PGA of America does to courses, but I like this course an awful lot. I think you got some good chances to birdie. We've got 92 golfers within 8 shots of the lead to play the weekend. This really is anybody's tournament. You gotta like that. There's some good risk. And with only 2 par 5s, you still have scoring chances. But you got to find fairways and you got to find the right spots on the green. Because chipping and pitching isn't always easy. And that's how we got there. So, noon tomorrow, 9 Pacific time. We'll follow the leaders all the way through. And if I had my notes scrolled up all the way, we can tell you that the Tri leaders after 36 holes, Hubert Green, Old Tom Morris, and Ben Hogan, they're all at 10 under. Greg Norman, Arnold Palmer, Willie Smith, Stuart Sink, Fred Couples are 9 under. And here's a laundry list of golfers at 8. Goosen, Trevino, Young Tom Morris, Jason Day, Jack Nicklaus, Johnny Miller. I mean, this is just must-watch golf. And so that's what the PGA Championship does. It gives you the best fields, I think, of the year. So till noon tomorrow, we thank you so much for you hanging with us for the 2 hours and 12 minutes. You see my name, I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you then for Saturday's 3rd round of the PGA Championship. Good night.